Morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Excellent. We're just going to wait just about a minute until we start. But all you're going to need today is your mat. And if you do have a yoga block, which is just something like this, so if you don't have a yoga block, you could use a book or anything that can kind of give you a little bit of extra. So extra height. Just thinking about like if you're bending over and you feel like you need a little bit of extra height, you could use something there. And also if you have a towel or a yoga strap, you may want to grab that, and we'll have a couple spots where you can use that today too. So we're just going to be starting at the top of your mat in Tadasana, mountain pose. So just taking the big toes in together, heels are slightly apart. We're just going to take the shoulders and move them up to the ears. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades back together. We're going to release the shoulders away from the ears, pulling the fingertips down to the ground, engaging your belly button towards your spine. You can close your eyes here if you want. Taking an inhale in through your nose. And exhale, letting go. So just connecting with your breath here. Just starting to notice how you're feeling in your body this morning. And even though we're just standing here in mountain pose, we want to make sure that it's a strong mountain pose. So feet are planted. You should feel like your weight is even in both of your feet. As you draw your belly button in towards your spine, making sure we're keeping a nice flat back here. Keep pulling the fingertips down towards the ground. And then just starting to notice any tension that you're holding on to that's not serving you. So maybe in through the jaw, through the face, maybe in through the neck. So just letting go, let those shoulders relax. We're doing an Ashtanga style practice today. So following the same flow that we did last Tuesday. And all together, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale in. Let it go. On your next inhale, we're going to move into our first sun salutation A. So let's inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale down, folding forward. Inhale, bring yourself into flat back. Exhale down, you're going to plant your hands. You're going to walk your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale to tuck your toes. And exhale, making your way back into your downward dog. Giving yourself as much movement here as you want. Using this as a chance to reconnect with your breath. And then from there, we're going to inhale and look for your hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down to release. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And then exhale your hands down through your heart center. All of that again. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale down, you're going to plant both hands. Walk your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down, elbows in close. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, making your way back into downward dog. Again, give yourself as much movement there as you want. And then when you're ready, inhale to look for your hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down to release. Inhale to reach both arms all the way up. And exhale the hands down through your heart center. 3 more of those. Inhale, reach. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down, plant both hands. Walk your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press it back into your downward dog. Checking in with your breathing here. Remembering for our downward dog, we want to think about pulling the sit bones up towards the ceiling, creating length through the spine here. So bend your knees as much as you need to here. Shifting the weight out of the arms, sending it up into the sit bones, and eventually we'll start to press those heels back down. Inhale, looking through your hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale, let me flat back. Exhale, down, release. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And then exhale your hands down through your heart center. Inhale to reach. Exhale down, fold forward. Remembering we're trying to build that fire. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down, plant both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, pressing back into your downward dog. So downward dog is an opportunity to check in with the breath. Opportunity to give yourself some movement. And we're going to inhale and look through the hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down and release it. And then inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And exhale the hands down through heart center. One more like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale down, plant both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale to make your way back to downward dog. So same thing, connecting with the breath, moving as much as you need to here. Should be starting to feel warm. We're going to inhale to look through the hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down and release. And then inhale, reach both arms all the way up. And exhale your hands down through your heart center. Sun salutation B. We're going to inhale into a seated position. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down. We're going to plant both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Drawing the shoulders out of the ears here. Inhale to tuck your toes. Exhale, press it back into your downward dog. From there, you're going to inhale. We're going to look through the hands, and on the exhale, you're going to step that right foot up between your hands. Back foot's going to plant down, angled off to that front corner of your mat for warrior one. Inhale. Exhale to settle. Inhale, we're going to come up on the back toe. Plant both hands down. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll take it back to plank. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale to make your way back to downward dog. From there, you're going to inhale to look through your hands. On the exhale, left foot's going to step up between the hands. Back foot's going to plant. Make your way up to warrior one on the other side. Inhale. Exhale to land. Inhale, we're coming up on the back toe. Plant both hands down, big inhale. Exhale, bring it back into your plank. Chaturanga down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, shifting back to your downward dog. Checking in with your breath here. In and out through the nose. Remembering the sun salutations for the Ashtanga. It's the hardest part. Really building that fire in the body. Inhale to look through your hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale to flat back. Exhale down and release it. And then inhale up to a seated position. going to step that right foot up between the hands. Plant the back foot down. Big inhale. Exhale into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, come up on the back toe. Exhale, plant both hands down. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, make your way back into your downward dog. We're going to inhale to look through your hands. On the exhale, left foot steps up between your hands. Back foot plants. Inhale. Exhale to warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, up on the back toe. Exhale, plant both hands down. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. And exhale, press it back into your downward dog. Coming back to your breath here. As much movement as you want. And then when you're ready, inhale to look through your hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down and release. Inhale, bring yourself up to a seated position. And then exhale, we're going to stand all the way back up. One more of those. So we're going to inhale down to a seated position. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down, you're going to plant both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, make your way back to your downward dog. From there, you're going to inhale and look through your hands. On the exhale, right foot steps up between your hands. Back foot plants. Big inhale. Exhale up to warrior one. Inhale. Exhale to land. Inhale up on the back toe. Exhale, plant both hands down. Inhale. Exhale back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press it back to downward dog. Inhale, look through the hands. On the exhale, left foot steps up. Back foot plants, big inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale to land. Inhale up at your back toe. Exhale, plant both hands down. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana down. Right into upward dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press it back to downward dog. Check in with the breath, as much movement as you want here. And we're going to inhale to look through the hands. On the exhale, walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down and release. Inhale to bring yourself up to a seated position. And then exhale, we're going to stand all the way back up. So from here, we're going to take the feet, we're going to move them so they're hip distance apart. Hands are going to come to the hips to start. Inhale, you're going to open up through the chest and shoulders. And then exhale, hinging over the hips. Bring yourself into a forward fold. You're going to release the hands down. You're going to take your peace fingers. We're going to wrap them on the inside of your big toes. Option here to keep the knees bent as much as you need to. Otherwise, eventually we're going to work on straightening out through those legs. Bending through those elbows, sending them out to opposite sides to help guide your chest down towards your thigh. Chin can tuck in towards the chest, so the top of your head comes down towards the ground. And then just settling here, so just connecting with your breath. And then slowly you're going to you're going to inhale, open up through the chest and shoulders again. Exhale, hinging over the hips. Slow release, hands are going to come down. So this is the spot where if you have a block, you could reach for your block. Okay, if not worrying about that, just bending the knees as much as you need to. We're going to step the feet onto the hands. So you want to line the toes up with your wrist. And again, bend the knees here as much as you want. And then eventually, we're going to start to work towards straightening out through those legs. So same thing here, seeing if you can let go through the head. So just let the chin tuck in towards the chest. Top of the head is going to come down towards the ground. Just noticing where the weight is in your feet. Maybe just playing around with it a little bit. See if you can send it maybe a little more into the toes. Just trusting yourself that you're not going to fall forward. Engaging your belly button up towards your spine. And then slowly you're going to release the hands. Hands are going to come back up to the hips. You're going to take a big inhale. And then exhale, we're going to slowly make your way all the way back up. So heel toeing the feet back in. Big toes come in together, heels are slightly apart. We're going to inhale, right leg is going to lift. On the exhale, you're going to step that right foot back. We're going to flip the feet so you're facing the back of your mat, getting ready for triangle pose. Arms are going to come up. We're going to take a big inhale. You're going to reach towards the back of your mat. See if you can pull that right hip flexor in. Inhale here. And then exhale into your triangle. So left arm is going to stay in line with the shoulder. We're not going to worry about how far we can get down with that right hand. But if you've been practicing and you can get down all the way, you can plant that hand on the ground. Otherwise, we're just staying up as high as you need to. And then from there, we're pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. So we want to feel this stretch come all the way down the left side of that body into that right hip. Using your breath here. And then big inhale. Exhale, you're going to release back up. Sink into that front knee. Turn the toes. You're going to come back towards the front of your mat. Arms are going to come up. Inhale, we're reaching towards the front of the room. Send that left hip back this time. Big inhale. And then exhale, triangle. Same thing on the other side. So remembering you're up as high as you want, down as low as you want, just listening to your body. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to make your way back up. We're going to turn the toes again. So we're going to come back. So right toes are pointing towards the back of the room. Left arm is going to come up. We're going to come into revolved triangle. So we're going to inhale. You're going to start to reach forward. We're going to take that left hand and we're going to move it to the outside of that right leg. From there, right hand's going to come in. We're going to start to extend that arm up towards the ceiling. So this is another spot that you could use a block. So you can place the block on the ground here and reach that left hand for your block. Otherwise, just working within your own body, checking with your breath. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Just going to turn back towards that right leg. Slowly make your way up. Feet are going to turn. We're going to come back towards the front of your mat. You're going to inhale to extend that right arm up this time. Exhale, same thing. So we're going to reach forward. As you're coming forward, we're pulling that left hip back. We're going to take that hand to the outside of that left leg or to a block. When you're ready, left hand comes down. Inhale. Exhale, opening that left arm up towards the ceiling. back of the room. So front heel is going to be in line with the middle of the back foot, warrior two position. You're going to start to sink into that right leg. From there, we're going to inhale, you're going to rotate open towards the ceiling. You're going to take that right hand, release it down, either to the inside or the outside of that foot. Again, option to reach for a block if you want. Left arm's going to come up in line with the ear. Fingertips are going to reach up and over your head. So coming down as low as you want. And if your arm just feels like it's kind of stuck, you always have the option to sort of circle it around, realign, and then reaching back up overhead. Tuning in with your breath here. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to make your way back up to warrior two. Toes are going to turn, turning back towards the front of your mat. So same thing here. We're going to sink into that front leg. You're going to open up through that right side. So think about rotating back through that shoulder. And then from there, you're going to take that left hand. We're going to reach it down. Maybe it's just going to rest on the thigh. Okay, choosing where you want to be. Right arm's going to reach back. Keep it in line with the ear. And then slow reach towards the front of the room. Same thing here. So if you feel like you just aren't in the right position, just rotating that arm around, lining it back up with the ear. Taking your time to settle here, coming back to your breath. And then slowly inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back up. We're going to turn the toes again. So you're coming back towards the back of your back. We're going to sink into that right leg. So option one is going to be left arm's going to come up. We're going to reach that elbow to the outside of the leg. Hands are going to come up together. Back foot's going to stay planted. So if you need to, shortening your stance slightly. Otherwise, if you want, you're going to take that left hand, you're going to move it to the outside of your leg. Right arm is going to extend up overhead. Option for the block there, if you want, so reaching that left hand to the block. Otherwise, we're pressing evenly through both feet here. Seeing if you can rotate that right armpit open. Come back to your breath. This is a challenging pose. So you always have that option to stay in the twist. And then slowly we're going to release back to center. Slowly making your way back up. Feet are going to turn again. So same thing here when you're ready. We're going to start to sink into that front leg. First option is going to be to take that right elbow, crossing it over that leg, maybe staying here the whole time. Okay, maybe releasing that right hand down. And then when you're ready, option for block there if you want. We're going to take that left arm, reaching it up and over your head. Keep pulling that left hip in. Back foot is still planted. Remembering your option for the twist here. And then slowly you're going to inhale, you're going to turn back to center. You're going to start to make your way back up from there. Sinking weight back into that front leg. You're going to step it up. Take a second there, shake that out. Big inhale in. Exhale, let go. Inhale, right leg's going to lift. We're going to step out to wide angle. So toes are going to turn in slightly here. Heels are going to turn out. Hands are going to start on the hips. We're going to inhale. You're going to open up through your chest and shoulders. And then exhale, folding forward, releasing the hands down. This is another spot where you could use a block or a book or whatever you're using. Maybe you may feel like you want to widen out the legs a little bit. That's fine. Come down to your elbows if you want. And then slowly from here, if you came all the way down, you'll work your way up to your hands. If you widen out those feet, just bringing them back in slightly. Hands are going to come up to your hips. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly moving yourself all the way back up. Hands are going to stay on the hips this time. You're going to inhale to open up through your chest and shoulders. Exhale, keeping the hands on the hips, hinging over the hips, setting the sit bones up towards the ceiling. And just checking in with your breath here. Keep rotating those shoulder blades onto your back. Pressing into those feet, evenly through the feet. If you're feeling anything in through the neck, maybe shaking the head yes and no. Hands can stay there, or if you want, you're going to move them, pointing the fingertips down, placing the hands on the sacrum, rotating back through those shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, we're going to slowly come up. We're going to do that again. So this time, hands are pressing into the sacrum. Inhale, open up through the chest and shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale when you're ready. Slowly bring yourself forward. So you may not be able to come down as far as you could on the first one. That's okay. We're opening up here through the chest and shoulders. So just worrying about that, continue to press evenly through the feet, engaging through that core, letting go of tension that is not serving you right now. And then slowly you're going to inhale, exhale, you're going to make your way back up. You're going to release those arms out. Feet are going to stay where they are. We're going to inhale, open up through the chest and shoulders again. Exhale, hinging over the hips. You're going to take your peace fingers. You're going to wrap them on the insides of your big toe this time. So same thing here. If you want, if you feel like you need a little release, you can bend into those legs. Otherwise, we're continuing to work towards straight legs. Peace fingers stay hooked around the toe. Still pressing evenly through both feet here. Starting to notice the breath, noticing if it's getting stuck anywhere, just really working with it, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And then slowly, hands are going to release. We're going to take the hands and move them back up to the hips. Press evenly through the feet. Slowly reaching yourself back up. From there, you're going to inhale, reach both arms up. We're going to take the hands in behind, interlock your fingers, open up through your chest and shoulders. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to bring yourself forward. So same thing here, we're pressing into those feet. Bending if you need to, otherwise working towards straight legs. Seeing if you can close the grip on the hands, send the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep rotating back through those shoulders. Checking in with your breath here. And then slowly you're going to inhale to release the hands. Hands are going to come back up to the hips. Slowly making your way all the way up. We're going to heel toe the feet back in. Bring them back under the hips. Turning the toes towards the front of the room. Step it up. Take a second. Shake that out. So from there, we're going to take an inhale. Right leg is going to lift again. On the exhale, you're going to step that foot back, getting ready for pyramid pose. So feet are going to plant, shorter distance than you would have had for your warrior. Hands are going to come in behind. You're coming into reverse prayer. So eventually you want to work those hands up between the shoulder blades. You're going to inhale to draw that right hip back. Exhale, reach towards the front of your mat as you come down. Keep rotating back through those shoulders. Weight's going to stay even in those feet. And just checking in with your breath here, engaging through that core. And then slowly, active through both feet, you're going to bring yourself all the way back up. Hands are going to stay where they are. Toes are going to turn opposite direction. This time we're drawing that right hip back. Big inhale, start to reach towards the back of your mat. Inhale. And then exhale, maybe stopping at a flat back. Otherwise, you can release forward. Keep pressing those hands in towards each other, even if they're not fully together. That's the direction that you want them to be going. Rotate back through those shoulders, squeeze those shoulder blades in towards each other. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to make your way back up. We're going to turn back towards the front of the mat. Step it up. Arms are going to release out. You're going to take a second there. Just let that go. Shake it out. And then from there, when you're ready, we're going to get ready to come into our stretch. So option for your towel here, or if you have a yoga strap, you can use that. Otherwise, we're going to take the peace fingers, the right hand. You're going to take them to the inside of that right big toe. And then from there, the left hand can come to your hip. Remembering you're going to have the option to keep this leg bent. Leg is going to be extending straight out. So we want to see if we can keep that leg in line with the hip. Front stretch here. Option if we want, left arm is going to extend up. Pushing through that right heel. And then from there, we're going to start to move that leg. So that right leg is going to open. Over towards the right arm can come down. We're still pushing through that heel. Standing up nice and tall here. Checking in with your breath. And then slowly you're going to inhale to release back to center. We're going to take a second, release that leg down. And then we're going to pull it all the way back up. So leg's going to come back up without the grip. Holding that leg up, engaging through your core. Big inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift it up. Big inhale, exhale, let it release. Take a second and let that go. Okay, we're going to move right into the other side. So weight's going to transfer over into that right side. Left peace fingers are going to come to the inside of that left big toe. We're going to stand up nice and tall here, so option to keep that right hand on the hip. Big inhale, exhale when you're ready. Leg extends straight out from the hip. Option if you want, arm can come out, can come straight up, working with the breath here. So we have a slight bend in that standing leg just to help with our balance. We're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, we're going to start to open that leg over to the left. Check in with your breath. Still standing up nice and tall, making sure we're not leaning over to that right side. And then slowly you're going to inhale, you're going to bring yourself back to center. Try not to drop the leg this time. Keep that leg up, engaging through that core. Big inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale, exhale, lift it. Big inhale, exhale, release it down. Take a second, let that go. We're going to flow through vinyasa here. So let's inhale and reach both arms up. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale Up to you where you want to be. And then slowly, wherever you are, you're going to inhale. We're going to draw that knee forward. Exhale, you're going to release it down. Take a second. Let that go. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just choosing whatever option you want. Both sides are going to be different. So you may be able to go up into the hip on this side, not the other, or opposite way. Foot can come below or above the knee into your tree pose. Option if you want, folding forward, reaching down for the ground. And just engaging through your core here, so helping yourself stand up nice and tall. Square off through those shoulders. If you're in the tree pose, we're pressing that foot into the side of your leg, thinking about opening up through the hip. And then slow release. If you're down, you're going to make your way up. We're going to draw that knee back out front. Release it all the way down. Take a second. Release that out. From there, flowing through vinyasa for our next few poses. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale and flat back. Exhale down, plank both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upper dog or cobra. Inhale, tap your toes. Exhale, press it back to downward dog. Give yourself some movement there. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale and look for your hands. On the exhale, you're going to walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down, release. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down through your heart center. So feet can stay big toes in together, heels are slightly apart. Or if you want, feet can stay hip distance apart. You're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, you're going to bring yourself into chair pose. So arms are going to extend up towards the ceiling. If that's too much in the shoulders, hands can come out in front, arms can widen, or you can take the hands into your heart center. We want to think about shifting the weight back, so into the bum. Your bum is dropping down towards the ground. Your weight is even in your feet, so it's not all going to shift back into your heels. We want to keep the weight even, while keep pulling the chest up. Arms are reaching if they can. Check in with your breath, engaging through your core. Remembering we want to get rid of that arch that wants to happen here by pulling the arms up. We're going to pull the belly button in. Keep sinking a little bit deeper. Come back to your breath. One more big inhale. Exhale. See if you can come down a little bit more. Big inhale here. Exhale. We're going to release all the way back up. We're going to inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale. You're going to take that right foot, step it back, bring yourself into a warrior one position. So we're going to take that left hip. We're going to pull it back. We're going to sink into that left leg. Both arms are going to reach up here. So same thing, we're pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. We want to see if we can get that left hip back, sink into that left knee, engage through the inner thighs here, so squeezing everything in as you sink forward. Maybe the fingertips are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're going to start to take them back towards the back of your mat. Eye gaze may come up towards the ceiling. If not, just holding at center. Keep lunging into that front leg, engaging through that core. And then from there, we're going to inhale. You're going to come up on your back toe, release your hands down, step it up, take a second, shake that out. So from there, same leg, we're going to inhale, you're going to reach it up. You're going to step it back. We're going to rotate the feet, so we're coming into warrior one on the other side. So sinking into that right leg this time. Right hip pulls back. Sinking down, press into the outer edge of that back foot. Arms are going to reach up when you're ready. So we want to think about squaring the shoulders off to the front of the room. Not worrying about squaring the hips here. You're pulling back through that right hip as you sink into that right leg. Maybe the arms are going to stay. Maybe the eye gaze starts to come up. And if you want, you can start to reach towards the front of your mat. You're still pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. Thinking about squeezing through that left glute. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Hands are going to release down, bringing them back to your hips. Turning the toes, this time coming into your warrior two. So we're going to inhale, you're going to sink back into that front leg. So same thing here. We want to notice where that knee is going. We want to keep it in line with the hip. So as that hip comes back, we sink into that front leg, in line with the hip. Arms are going to come up. And then really activating your pose here. So press into the outer edge of that back foot. As you do that, you're going to squeeze that right glute. You're going to pull your inner thighs in towards each other. And you're going to see if you can sink down a little bit further. Keep opening up through that torso. If you look back to see that right hand, it should be in line with the shoulders. Eye gaze can come over that front middle finger. Keep sinking into that front leg. Check in with your breath. And then slowly we're going to start to straighten out that front leg. Toes are going to turn. Coming to warrior two on the other side. So right hip comes back this time. We're sinking into that front leg. From there, opening up through the torso. Hands are going to come up. So hands are in line with the shoulders. Thinking about pulling that left shoulder blade onto your back. Pressing into the outer edge of that left foot this time. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. Engage through your core. And take your eye gaze over that back middle finger. Keep sinking down into that front leg. To bring yourself deeper, you're pulling that right hip in. And then inhale slowly. Just taking the feet, heel toe them in until they're about hip distance apart. We're going to inhale to turn back towards the front of your mat. Step it up, shake it out. Big toes come back in together. Heels are slightly apart. Inhale to reach. Exhale down, fold forward. Inhale into flat back. Exhale down. You're going to plant both hands. Walk or hop your feet back to plank or your knees. Chaturanga down. Right into upper dog or cobra. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale and press it back to downward dog. From there, you're going to inhale and look through your hands. On the exhale, you're going to bring yourself into a seated position. So legs are coming straight out in front of you. We're going to find your sit bones here. Hands are going to plant down beside your hips. We're sitting up nice and tall. Feet are flexed here. Coming into Tadasana, seated. Spread your toes out as much as you can. Toes come up. Push those heels forward. If you can, we're going to keep those big toes in together. Heels will come slightly apart. And then just noticing what's happening with the femurs here. We want to make sure that we're rotating them back into the pelvis. Keep sitting up tall, engaging through that core. Seeing if you can just press into the hands, maybe rotate the shoulder blades towards each other. Use the hands to guide the shoulders away from the ears, pulling out through the chest, sitting up nice and tall. And then slowly, you're just going to let that go. We're going to take your peace fingers here. We're going to wrap them on the inside of Legs a little bit straighter. Working with your own breath. Eventually, maybe the legs are going to come all the way out. To guide the chest down towards the thighs, we're going to send the elbows out to opposite sides. And then from here, we're just tuning into the breath. So thinking about pulling the chest down towards your legs, keeping a nice flat back here. Heels are still pushing, toes are still pulling out towards the ceiling. Belly button is still drawing in towards the spine. You're hinging over your hips. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to start to bring yourself back up. Just take a second there. Shake it out. So if you want, you can use your strap here, wrapping it around your feet, or if you grabbed a towel, same thing. Towel can come around your feet. Okay, otherwise this time you're taking the hands, you're reaching them to the outside of the feet. So same thing here. We want to just see what's happening with the feet. So if the feet are turned in slightly, it totally changes where the stretch is happening. So thinking about straightening out through those feet, pulling the toes up towards the ceiling, letting those femurs rotate, holding onto the outer edges of your feet. Same thing here, just sending the elbows out to opposite sides of the room. Maybe starting to lower the chest down towards the thighs, just coming back to your breath here. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to bring yourself back up. Take a second, shake that out. One more time. This time, if you want, you're going to interlock your fingers and you're going to reach them all the way around your feet. Same thing here. So if you have a block, you can reach the block to the bottom of your feet. You can reach for your block. You can use your strap or your towel here. And this time, we're just going to let go a little bit more. So just letting the chin come down in towards the chest. And slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to start to bring yourself back up. From there, your hands are going to plant. So we're going to keep the hands pointing forward. If you're super tight in through the chest and shoulders, you can take the hands and you can flip them towards the back of the room. Otherwise, hands stay forward. Option, if you're really tight again, to bend the knees. We're going to take an inhale, reverse plank. Exhale when you're ready. Pressing up. Rotating back through those shoulders, opening up through that chest, thinking about pulling the hips up towards the ceiling. Eye gaze is going to come up, pointing those toes down towards the ground. Keep lifting, squeezing, lengthening. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to release all the way down. So from here, you're going to take that right foot. We're going to place that right foot into a half lotus. Okay, if this is not an option for you, you're placing that right foot to be inside that left leg. Otherwise, heel comes up into the hip flexor. Sitting up nice and tall here, again, another spot where you could use your block or your strap or your towel. You can wrap it around your foot here. Okay, from here, we're going to come into a forward fold. So otherwise, just reaching with the hands. Just focusing in on the breath. Left leg is going to stay extended. You're going to inhale. Peace fingers are going to reach up. We're going to see if we can reach for the inside of that left toe. Again, option here to use your towel or your strap. So if you can't reach for that foot, using the towel or strap there to get it. Keep hugging that right knee in. So we want to make sure that it doesn't splay out. Pressing into both sides of your sit bones. Sitting up nice and tall here. And close the eyes if this is really intense. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to start to bring yourself back up. We're going to take that right hand, we're going to move it towards the back of the room. You're going to take that left arm up, big inhale here, and then on the exhale, you're going to see if you can hook that elbow to the outside of that leg. Maybe tenting the fingers behind you. And then just see if you can rotate back towards that right shoulder. Left leg stays engaged, so toes are pointing up. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to bring yourself back into center. From there, we're going to inhale to reach that right arm up. Your right arm is going to come to the inside of that leg. You're going to flip the arm around, and then we're going to take that left arm and see if you can reach it around. Maybe reaching for the hands. This is another spot where you're going to use that strap or the towel. And then from there, just pressing into that foot, you're going to see if you can start to rotate towards the back of your mat. And then slowly we're going to inhale to release that. Just placing your towel or your strap off to the side. Take a second, you're just going to shake that out. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that left leg. So same thing, left foot's either going to come to the inside of that leg. Otherwise, making your way up into a half lotus position. Okay, from there we're going to inhale, you're going to reach both arms up. Exhale, we're folding forward. So reaching for that foot, remembering if you can't get that foot, you're going to use your towel here or your strap, reaching for the foot, sitting up nice and tall. Always have the option to keep that left leg down on the ground. Just starting to notice the breath here. And then slowly you're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to bring yourself back up. We're going to plant that foot down. You're going to take that left arm, hug that left knee in towards your chest. Right arm is going to lift. Peace fingers are going to wrap to the inside of that big toe. So same option here. If you can't get the toe, you're going to use your strap or a towel. Same thing here. Focusing on your breath. Hugging that knee in. And then slowly we're going to inhale. Exhale, you're going to maybe tenting the fingers. If you feel like you want, you can flatten out through that hand to help push yourself up slightly, just depending on how tight you are. Drawing that left shoulder blade onto the back. And take a big inhale. Exhale to bring yourself back to center. You're going to inhale, left arm reaches. Left arm's going to come to the inside of that leg. You're going to flip the hand, reaching around. Right arm comes around. See if you can get those hands. If you can't, no worries. You're going to use your towel here or your strap. And then from there, once you feel like you're settled, big inhale, you're going to rotate back to that right shoulder. And then maybe starting to take the eye gaze back over that right shoulder. Keep pressing that foot into the ground. And then slowly inhale. Exhale to make your way back towards center. Releasing both legs back out front. We're just going to inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale, you're going to round through your spine as much as you want here. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. And then from here, slow roll up. You're going to bend the knees. We're going to start to make our way down to our back here. So from here, once you get down, you're just going to take both knees and hug them in towards your chest. Just taking a second here, just rocking yourself side to side. And then from there, our feet are going to land. You're going to take your fingertips down, reaching for your heels. Big inhale. Exhale, we're going to pull those hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, slow roll, one vertebrae at a time. On your way down, 2 more times like that. Inhale, hips are going to lift, squeezing through your glutes. Exhale, slow release. Inhale to lift. Exhale, slow release down. Option if you want, you're going to stay with your bridge pose. Otherwise, we're working our way up to shoulder stand. So just only doing the shoulder stand if you've done it before. Okay, otherwise we're just going to come back up here, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale to pick the hips up for shoulder stand. All of the weight's going to stay in the shoulders. And then maybe you're just going to stay there. Otherwise, option to come into plow pose. So slowly just starting to release the feet overhead, making sure that the weight is not shifting into the neck. And then slowly just bring yourself back to shoulder stand. If you're in bridge, starting to make your way back down. Slowly releasing the hips all the way down. Take a second there, hug both knees in towards your chest. Just rocking yourself side to side. And then from there, we're just going to let the feet land, let the knees drop over towards the right. Eye gaze comes over towards that left hand. And then slowly inhale to draw the knees back up to center. Exhale, letting them fall over to the left. Eye gaze comes over towards that right hand. And then just making your way back to center. Just going to let the legs come out. If you have any other poses you want to get in, you can go ahead and do those. Otherwise, just starting to get yourself ready for relaxation. We're not going to stay in our relaxation very long, so I just realized I went over my time. Anyways, let's start to bring some movement back into the body. And then just moving at your own pace to your right side. And then eventually we'll meet back up in a seated position, closing your eyes at the top. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale in. Let it go. One more time, big inhale. Let it all go. And let's inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale, namaste. Hopefully everybody has an awesome day. So you probably saw the schedule. So I'm just going to keep it the same for the rest of this week. I looked at the weather. The weather's not supposed to be good. So I figured we'll keep it the same for this week. And then starting next week, I'm going to move to 3 days a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting next week. So tomorrow is going to be a vinyasa flow. Thursday is going to be a yin practice. Friday will be the power practice. And then all of these videos will be uploaded onto my Facebook page. So if you're sitting at home bored in your self-isolation, you can always go back and watch any of those videos. Hopefully everybody has an awesome day. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. And we'll see most of you tomorrow.